Hi! We are doing our reformer, burn, and firm today, and we are going to really focus on our inner thighs. The foot bar is in the middle position. If you have a soft ball, a small stability ball, or if you just have like a towel that you can wad up or fold up, go grab that right now. I'm going to make sure the feet is good, and we're going to start with that, okay? Your headrest can be however you prefer. So I'm going to do mine halfway up. That's just what I like. We don't need it to be flat. Really throw on all your red springs. So I have 3 red, and then I'm going to put on 1 blue. So we're going to start with a little bit of footwork. Okay, let's get going. Okay, you're going to lie down onto your back, and before you get there, you're going to take your soft ball or your towel, and you're going to put it in between your ankles. There we go. All right. Let's put our heels onto the bar to start. And I want you to get a strong squeeze on that ball already. So it should look like an oval and not a circle. Arms are long by your sides. Take an inhale to prepare with an exhale. We press out. Sometimes I like to sort of situate my feet here as I press out. So if you need to do that, go ahead. And inhale, bend in. We go out and in. Let's try and find an even press and pull, right? So we're not going quicker on the in than the out. It's important to resist the in just as much as you press on the out. That's it. Good job. There we go. Out and in. All right. Maintaining that press against the ball. Make sure those knees are tracking over your mid feet. Breathing. Good. And come in. All I want you to do here is simply turn your toes out. So turn your legs out just a little bit. Keep a strong press on the ball as we go out and in. Heels are still on the foot bar. So we haven't shifted spots in where we're pressing on our feet. Not yet. Out and in. Good. So just starting to wake up the inner thighs a little bit. And out and in. So the inner thighs are actually connected to our pelvic floor, which is then connected to our obliques. So there's a real connection from top to bottom there. It's really important to have strong inner thighs. That will help encourage having a strong and healthy pelvic floor. Let's take it for 2. 1 more. Bring it in. All right, bring your feet back parallel. Come onto the arches of your feet. You're trying to curl the whole tops of your feet out over that bar as we press out and in. Out and in. Really trying to establish an even press and pull with both legs. So not just even in going out and in, but even between left and right. We're never even, right? Some people are more symmetrical than others. I happen to be like really asymmetrical. I go to my chiropractor and he's like, "You're the most like asymmetrical person I've ever seen. Like, what in the world? Your body is like not the same from one side to the other." I'm like, I know. What can we do? Out and in. Good. So when you have the ball in between your legs, you can actually kind of feel if you're able to keep that even between the left and the right. Come all the way in. We're going to come onto our toes on the bar. Keep the press the same with the ball out and in. And each time we change position of the feet on the bar, you should feel just a little different. Just a little bit different. Like the focus in the muscle shifts just a little bit. That's it. Make sure on your extension here of the legs, that ball's not bossing you around and pressing your ankles or influencing you to roll out on the ankles. So think of pressing strong through your big toes and the pad of the foot under your big toes. That's it. Firing up that midline. Let's take it for 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. On 1, we hold it out. We lower the heels under the bar and lift. Lower and lift. Keeping that press on the ball. Lower and lift. That's it. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, hold your heels up, come halfway in. Push it out maybe 2 inches and back in 2 inches for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze that ball. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, press it all the way out, out, out. Open the hips and then come all the way back in. Beautifully done. All right, you can take that ball in between your hands, drape your legs over your foot bar, and then let's just roll it up. If I can take my hair with me, that would be great. Thank you, reformer. Okay, so we're going to take off 1 blue spring and 1 red spring. Okay, reach your arms nice and long, and let's roll it right back down onto the carriage. Head goes down. You're going to put 1 foot after the other into your straps. So I'll let you get into that position here. See if I can do that without hitting my mic. There we go. All right. I don't know why, but sometimes, do you ever get into your reformer and the straps feel uneven? That is kind of what it feels like today. Okay, the ball goes back in between your ankles with your feet in the straps. We start with the knees bent, squeeze the ball, flex the feet, and press out. So it's like we're imitating what we were just doing with our feet on the bar, only now it's like little air leg presses, right? We've got to pay a little more attention to our alignment here, since we're in the straps, so we can have the tendency just sort of loosey-goosey around from left to right, and keep the press of the ball. Here's where if you start to feel that left to right motion with the ball, it just highlights that one leg is not engaging as much as the other leg. Use your breath to try and even that all out. So really important to coordinate your breath with each movement. It's going to help those muscles initiate as they should. That's it. All right, hold the legs straight out. Now we lift the legs straight up. Keep the hips down and lower the legs. We lift and lower. Keep the squeeze that you can, but make sure that you are engaging that ball. Down and up. Make sure you're going straight down, right down the middle line of you, and straight back up. If you have anything that you can kind of use as a guide on your ceiling or in your room, that can help. That's it. Let's take it for 4 more. Hopefully you're feeling heat in your inner thighs. And 3. That's it. 2 more. 1 more. Now hold your legs at a 45 and turn the legs out. Heels are towards each other, toes are facing out. We're going to bend like a frog kick and press out. We're going to bend and press. Now, if you don't have the ball, you can do this without it, or you can put a towel there. The towel might be a little trickier if it's not big enough. So again, you don't have to have the ball for this. It's just an extra. Bend and press. That's it. Hollow the belly out as you press out. Good. I sometimes like to use my hands on my body because that just gives you a nice like tactile feedback. All right, and press. So you can, I was just bringing my hands around my waistband here so you can kind of feel if you're engaging in that core as you press it out. All right, bend your knees in, take the ball out. If you have the ball, you're super happy to take it out right now, bringing the legs parallel. Actually, not parallel. We're going to keep the legs in a turnout. We're going to go into Peter Pans. So we bend the right knee, tracking the right heel with the pubic bone, and we fly the left leg straight out to the side. You want to keep the same tension rather, in each strap. So you're not going to have a strap go slack. Both straps are going to maintain their tension. If you haven't done this before, it takes a little moment to sort of figure out how to have the legs doing two different things, but keeping that tension. Once you figure it out, there is a little rhythm to it, and you will find it. When we press back down, through the center, one leg presses out as the other leg from the inner thigh pulls in to the midline. So this might feel like a break after removing the ball, but we are still working those inner thighs. That's it. Good job, you guys. Let's take it for 6 and 5 and 4. Make sure as you come back to that midline, it really is your midline, so your heels are in line with your nose. That's it. Last one. Hold it here. Now you're going to open wide, but not so wide that you're in a stretch. So here you're still in a muscular engagement, and then slide together. Open and then slide together. So I like to flex the feet as I come closed with the legs, because again, I'm accentuating the what's happening in the inner thighs. Yep. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. That's it. Take it for 6 more. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. How are you guys doing? And 1 more. Bend your knees in and take one strap off at a time, closing your carriage, and you can hang your straps up. Now, you want to be able to reach that ball wherever you might have put it. And of course, I wasn't able to. Okay, there we go. I got it. Let's go ahead and put it in between your knees. And then let's lower your headrest all the way down to the bottom position. We are now going to take it up into some bridges. So the ball is back between the legs here. Let's be on the arches of your feet, not your heels. Take an inhale here with an exhale. Roll the spine up. Bone by bone, reaching the knees away. That's it. I have to reposition always when I get into this because my shoulders are always too tight to those shoulder rests. Good. Squeeze the ball at the top. Tuck your tail and really get into your glutes. Now, we can try coming on our heels. If you feel that when you're on your heels, you get more engagement into the glutes, then stay on your heels. If you liked it on the arches of your feet, then do that instead of the heels. Let's go straight down, tap the glutes, lift up and squeeze. Straight down, lift up and squeeze. Down, lift up and squeeze. That's it. Let's take it for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4. Tuck your tail at the top for 3. Ribs are soft at the top, not splayed, for 2. 1 more time. At the top, roll it down and release that squeeze on the ball. Good job. You guys can go ahead and come up to seated. Go ahead and put the ball back in your little well. We don't need it for right now. And you're going to put one blue spring on and take both your red springs off. So please make sure that you only have one medium spring. Otherwise, it's quite difficult with a heavier spring. You're going to sit back, and we're going to have a tiny little break for those inner thighs, and we're going to work the outer thighs. You're going to bring the strap that's closest to you in the front here onto your outside leg. Flex the foot like you're trying to stamp the bottom of your foot to the wall in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and hold on to the carriage on both sides, and you're going to slide this leg out and slide it back left. So you're sliding it right and left, and do let it glide across the top of your carriage. So don't try and lift it higher than the carriage. It's sliding across the top of the frame and the carriage. That is okay. Now, your hips need to be square to the wall in front of you. So just keep the spine lifted nice and tall. You're trying to avoid slumping here. Let's take it for 3 more. I just saw our time. Time today is going fast for me. 2. 1 more. All right, now you're gonna go left foot into this strap. Right knee comes up to your chest. Scooch out just a little bit and slide right to left. So we're back in that inner thigh here. Really try and pull from the inner thigh and not from your foot. So watch my foot. You don't want to kink the foot like that, right? So keep the bottom of the foot really facing forward, pressing forward through the heel and back with my sit bones. That's it. Take it for 3 and 2. This feels easy compared to what we're doing. 1 more. All right, you're going to keep your foot in this strap, and I want you to stand onto the floor. Carefully stand it up. Weight all of your weight into your right leg. Now, I have my calves against my frame, so that's kind of giving me a little bit of balance. And now I'm going to reach my left leg towards the risers and then pull my leg in to meet my right one. You can step closer to your risers for less resistance, and then you can step closer to your foot bar. So I'm trying to keep my balance as I explain this to you for more resistance. Okay, so if you find that that's not enough resistance, just step towards your foot bar. You don't have to change your spring. So we're standing tall here, the legs are straight. We're pulling in and out. Pull in and out. That's it. Take it for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now I want you to step down and hold that resistance. You're going to reach down, bring the strap all the way up to the inside or just above your knee, the inside of the leg to your knee, okay? I want you to keep this resistance that you had. Let's go ahead and bring the feet about hip distance apart, so wider than your sits bones. We're going to sit back as though we're going to sit down onto the carriage and lift up, open the hips. Sit back and lift up. That's it. So this resistance is wanting to pull your leg open that way, and you're having to engage from the inner thigh, right, to keep the knee in line with the foot. So I want you to press that big toe down into the floor. That's going to help you to find that engagement and that grounding. Take it for 4 more and 3 more. We're going to run a little bit over to do the other side. 2 more. And last one. Beautifully done. Go ahead and sit down on your carriage. Take your strap off and then go ahead and turn to the other side. I'm going to stop my timer because it's going to start screaming at me when I'm on the other side. So I'm going to have my back to you, but we're going to start with that strap that's closest to the front of you, and we're going to put it on our outside leg, so the leg closest to the foot bar. Find your hand holds here, straighten that leg, and slide left to right. Left to right. Now actually, this is good that you can see the back of me because I want to show you what you don't want to do. As the leg slides right, you don't want your hips to do this. You want to turn to the right, and same to the left. So you want your hips to stay square to the wall or whatever might be in front of you as your leg slides from side to side. That makes sense? Trying to sit up tall. You want to lean back. You want to just stay right on top of those sits bones for 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Slip your right foot into the strap, and then you can take your left foot out. Bringing that left knee up to your chest. Keep at least one hand hold and slide from left to right. Good. Pushing your heel forward, pulling your sit bones back. You really are trying to get your shoulders over your ribs and over your hips. So it can be really challenging here if you have tight hamstrings, is that it might want to pull you into sort of this tucked tail, posterior tilt position. You're really trying to lift up from those sit bones. Let's take it for 4 and 3, and 2. How you guys doing? One more. All right, now carefully come forward. I've got to move my ball because I had it over here. I'm going to put it there and stand it up. If you need to feel the frame behind you, just lightly touch onto it. If you don't, you can just stand without that touch. We're going to open and close. On the other side, it did not have a wall. This side, I have a wall just staring at me. It's like, hold on to me. I will help you. And I'm like, no. I can't. If I did it on the other side without it, I can do it. I want you to really think of pulling the inner thigh, the thighs together as you do this. So it's not pulling foot to foot. It's inner thigh to inner thigh. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stand onto the floor where you have that tension. Reach down and slip the strap up above the knee. Position your feet hip width apart. We sit down like we're sitting onto the carriage. Lift up and squeeze. When you sit back, you can literally tap your glutes to that carriage and lift. Keeping that right knee tracking right over the midfoot and keeping the right toe pressing down into the floor. Down and up. Down and up. Take it for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Turn to face your riser. You can slowly close that carriage. Carefully take your strap off of your foot. And you guys are finished. We didn't actually get the arms in. I apologize, but we definitely got the inner thighs in. So thank you so much for joining me. And I'm wishing you a wonderful day. I have cardio literally right after this. I'm going to put the jump board on. So if you want to join me for that, 20 minutes of jumping and cardio. It's a great way to finish off this class and just keep that fat burning going. So I'll say bye for those who aren't joining. Thanks for moving with me, you guys. If you liked this workout, give it a thumbs up as that helps out the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you get a notification each time I upload a new video. If you're interested in more full-length workouts or live classes each week, come over to my website at goneadventuring.com. Join us. Let's do this together from home at any time, from anywhere. I'll see you soon. Bye.